It seems ridiculous to me that we're forced to have most of our lorries on the road in the rush hour period. So anything that can get us out of the rush hour periods has got to be a win-win. A win for the environment, a win for the government, a win for congestion, a win for the car driver, a win for everyone, a win for us in terms of efficiency.
A target of 80% growth in the amount of freight on rail has been set for us, and now we have to devise the means to deliver that. But the big prize for us is breaking into the general freight market, logistics market, retail logistics, overnight trunking, all the freight that you see day in, day out, going up and down the motorways in 44-tonne lorries. That's the stuff we've got to get on the railway if we're going to hit that target.
The road network of the county isn't always ideal for the movement of large goods vehicles. There can be substantial impacts on not only communities through which goods vehicles pass, but also on protected landscapes such as the Lake District National Park. The County Council is therefore quite keen to seek more environmentally friendly ways of transporting goods. When we look at the rail network of the county, it serves most of the industrial areas very well and most of the communities in the county.
There's nothing much to it. At the end of the day, it's just a box. But because rail freight hasn't been developed since the 1960s or 70s, we really had to sort of go and talk to all the different people involved in bringing about a successful sort of rail freight operation. Now, part of that is equipment. Another part of that is the actual services involved. We've also got to talk to the customers. There are the people who are going to handle the boxes. It's a massive job.
It may be just a box, but there are other words used to describe the minimodal idea. Revolutionary and innovative are just two of them. Looking at it, you might think that simple and effective are more appropriate epithets. What minimodal offers is flexibility. The boxes are light enough to be handled with a standard forklift truck, and that means that intermodal transfer can happen almost anywhere. You can get 6 minimodal boxes onto a standard railway goods wagon, 12 onto a twin set, 5 onto an articulated lorry, and 4 onto a 17-tonne flatbed. And the contents, of course, can be transferred easily and quickly onto almost any vehicle. Where minimodal really scores is in the simplicity of the concept. Start by designing a box that's robust and lightweight. Make it easy to get into and easy to move about, and it will be a genuinely flexible solution to countless logistics problems. Build it with industry-standard features and to industry-standard dimensions, and it fits straight into the logistics resources of any freight user. The standard minimodal box can be configured in so many ways that it's hard to think who couldn't use it, whether it's for road or rail, side-loaded or end-loaded. The minimodal concept is designed to develop with customer requirements so that any product can be moved anywhere on the network quickly, flexibly, and above all, cost-effectively. One of Minimodal's unique design elements is that the boxes should be accessible from standard railway platforms with a minimum of ramps or lifting gear, which means that this operation could happen just as easily at a much more remote location. Industry standard features already make the Minimodal box seem somehow familiar, but it's a 21st century box nonetheless, with computerized electronic identification to give the freight operator complete control over the box's every move. But, as the man said, it's still just a box. Settle, Horton, Ribble Head. Let's move along these lines instead of choking roads and clogging lanes. Renew our love affair with trains. In the darkness, see the light, the only way to transport freight. Dent through Rise Hill to Garsdale, it's time to shift from road to rail. They're building houses, let's connect by bringing goods this way direct. Kirby Stephen, Appleby. In Eden choose simplicity. While there are walkers with rucksacks, let's exploit these famous tracks. Langworthby, Lazenby, Armathwaite. No option now to hesitate. As sure as stone walls here are dry, and sheep look you strangely in the eye. This short journey from Carlisle, long enough to reconcile the need for an experiment and safeguard the environment. Along these lines, Carlisle to Settle, forging a future, metal on metal. Across these moors, we shall not fail, as long as we get moved by rail. Out of the darkness, see the light, the only way to transport freight.